Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're detonating into the drone-slaying vanguard of modern air defense with the XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round, the audacious proximity-fused terror from Northrop Grumman that's pushing the boundaries of medium-caliber ammunition engineering to deliver a 30mm fragmentation burst capable of neutralizing small, unmanned aerial systems at 2,000 feet out while arming Stryker gunners and Apache pilots with a radio frequency sensing smart shell for short-range intercepts that could redefine urban skirmishes or forward operating base protections. If you're an ordnance obsessive, a counter-unmanned aerial systems tactician, or simply captivated by the fusion of microelectronic sensors, high-explosive fillers, and airburst algorithms that aims to conquer maneuvering drone swarms with lethal radii exceeding 1 meter at velocities over 800 meters per second, you're in for a comprehensive and Fuze-setting deep dive. The XM1211 High Explosive Proximity accelerated into fielding through a 2021 urgent materiel released by the U.S. Army's project manager, Maneuver Ammunition Systems, and now surging in production under a $200 million contract awarded in early December 2025, isn't just another cartridge, it's a 30 by 113mm airburst innovation with a rugged proximity module that detonates on target proximity rather than direct impact, promising to outmatch legacy high-explosive dual-purpose rounds like the XM1198, while saturating kill zones with fragmentation patterns designed to shred quadcopters and loitering munitions. From its conceptual genesis addressing the proliferation of cheap commercial drones in the late 2010s to the recent live-fire demos at AUSA 2025 that validated hit-to-kill probabilities over 90% against Group 3 unmanned aerial systems, this round has rapidly progressed from prototype to production line, incorporating gallium nitride processors for electronic warfare resilience and spin-stabilized casings to withstand 70,000 G-forces at launch, making it a pivotal asset in the Pentagon's drone defense umbrella amid global races with Israel's Iron Dome intercepts and Russia's Pantsir Point defenses. We'll unpack its extraordinary capabilities in exhaustive detail, provide a thorough technical overview grounded in the latest Northrop Grumman disclosures and DEVCOM trials, explore its critical strategic role in maneuver short-range air defense and allied exports, sprinkle in some mind-bending fun facts to enrich the narrative, and wrap up with the most recent developments as of December 2025, including capacity expansions and integration fieldings. So, chamber the belt, cue the sensor, and let's airburst into everything you need to know about the XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round. The XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round's capabilities catapulted it to the forefront of 21st century counter-unmanned aerial systems lethality, engineered as a multi-role fragmentation dispenser to conquer aerial nuisances with a synergistic arsenal of radio frequency detection, adaptive airburst, and payload dispersion that allows a single chain gun burst to prosecute maneuvering targets at 1,500 meters, generate overpressure waves exceeding 10 kilopascals, and deliver suppressive effects in under 5 seconds, rivaling dedicated missile systems like the Stinger while offering belt-fed affordability for operations spanning contested airspace over forward lines or urban rooftops in under 30 seconds per engagement. At its core, this round excels in proximity-triggered detonation, filled with 120 grams of PBXN-110 insensitive high explosive that fragments into thousands of tungsten-infused shards upon Fuze activation, achieving stable separation from the sabot at 200 meters minimum arming distance to a maximum effective envelope of 2,000 feet, outpacing the XM1198's point detonate requirement by tenfold, with a dispersion pattern of 1.35 meters radial probability and a lethality radius up to 3 meters, giving it the persistence to defeat Group 2 and 3 drones without resighting. Its projectile envelope derives from a spin-stabilized aluminum casing with copper driving bands that engages rifling for gyroscopic stability, fused with a proximity module of ceramic-shielded electronics and ram air vents that dissipate launch heat up to 500 degrees Celsius, while the radio frequency sensor, with gallium nitride amplifiers, scans up to 50 meters for metallic signatures and 100 meters for rotor noise. integrated with an inertial backup for GPS-denied environments that locks onto velocity vectors without emissions. For anti-drone missions, the XM1211 accommodates a 3-round burst in automated fire modes with variable burst heights from 5 to 20 meters, with a flight envelope extendable via programmable setters, allowing mid-belt adjustments, empowering gunners from Stryker turrets to shred Iranian Shaheds in 15 seconds or Chinese DJIs in 2 minutes. Its electronic suite, equipped with anti-jam filters and clutter rejection algorithms, can discriminate flocks from threats or disrupt electronic countermeasures during transits, and the Fuze computer, with embedded microcontrollers and helmet-cued interfaces for remote operators, overlays real-time probability overlays from distributed radar nets, providing hemispheric vigilance for off-bore site intercepts like drone swarms, enabling a vehicle commander to manage complex salvos like simultaneous personnel suppression and aerial clears. The round's aerodynamic ogive and base bleed tracer sustain trajectories up to 2 G-forces for wind-compensated leads without deviation. This multifaceted burst makes the XM1211 a true sky sweeper capable of leading mechanized convoys to deny low-altitude ingress, escorting infantry advances with overhead umbrellas, or conducting independent scans with hyperspectral seekers, resolving propeller signatures at sub-centimeter scales through haze, ensuring it remains a cornerstone of kinetic air defense well into the 2040s. To fully grasp the XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round's engineering brilliance, let's explore its technical specifications and operational dynamics, as Northrop Grumman's blueprint is a sophisticated synthesis of Fuze miniaturization and explosive resilience, creating a cartridge that's as reliable as it is radiant, measuring approximately 200 millimeters in overall length with a projectile diameter of 30 millimeters and a total cartridge weight of 340 grams, propelled by 52 grams of ball propellant for muzzle velocities exceeding 805 meters per second in low-angle bursts up to 2,000 feet. The casing's 80% aluminum alloys with polymer sabots reduce setback forces by 40% compared to legacy designs, while achieving a fragmentation barrier of pre-scored tungsten liners that yields over 2,000 lethal pieces exceeding 1 gram each, thanks to ogival nose cones, electric primers like the PA520, and adjustable dispersion rings that optimize radial probability to 1.35 meters. The proximity module, hand-assembled with 500 gallium nitride transistors, enhances low-light detection for nocturnal intercepts, paired with a percussion-safe M36A2 backup for ground impacts. Avionics shine with the integrated Fuze management suite, featuring 200 microprocessors for simultaneous target discrimination and arming modes, integrated with the distributed sensor array of 4 radio frequency antennas for hemispheric threat tracking up to 50 meters. The warhead's insensitive filler, with voice-activated self-destruct and data link overrides, enables off-bore site airburst where the round cues detonation by proximity threshold. The cartridge holds 120 grams of explosive, with a 3-round burst envelope or auxiliary programmer for mixed loads, with belt mounts adding up to 500 per dispenser for sustained fire, including infrared strobes for post-launch verification. The electronic countermeasures suite, with digital signal processors and chaff mimics, counters threats like drone jammers. Operationally, the XM1211 flows seamlessly. The gunner cues a target from the XM914 chain gun on a Stryker, cycles the belt to chamber the round in 1 second, fires at 805 meters per second while the sensor arms at 200 meters, detects the drone at 20 meters with radar, slaves the fuse to airburst from the algorithm, then fragments while the optics provide spherical awareness, all within a 2,000-foot envelope linking a convoy to an overhead swarm, making it a strategic asset for layered defense in peer contingencies. The XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round's strategic role is profoundly influential in the U.S. Army's counter-unmanned aerial systems renaissance, serving as the kinetic burst linchpin of maneuver short-range air defense to secure tactical airspace in regional hotspots, particularly across Eastern European plains or Indo-Pacific atolls, where its 2,000-foot envelope enables vehicles to challenge Russian Lancet loiterers from convoy lead to tail, integrating with shards Strykers for combined arms bubbles that overcome legacy point-kill limits. As Northrop Grumman ramps to full-rate production by 2027, it fortifies the Joint Program Executive Office for Armaments and Ammunition surge, arming export variants for rapid NATO logistics or coordinating with directed energy lasers for dual-threat overmatch, while the proximity tech extends its utility to 50mm adaptations for distributed intercepts. Fun fact: the XM1211's radio frequency Fuze revives World War II-era proximity shell concepts from the 1940s, but with microelectronics that are 1,000% more discriminating against clutter than early radar fuses. Another intriguing tidbit: at 2,000 feet, the round can defeat a quadcopter swarm in 10 seconds, but the fragments impart only 1 G-forces equivalent over pressure, thanks to optimized dispersion over a 3-meter kill zone. As of December 2025, the US Army's XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round has gained explosive traction with Northrop Grumman's December 3rd announcement of a $200 million production contract, achieving stable airburst for over 90% hit-to-kill against Group 3 drones in recent Scorpion truck trials, validating short-range feasibility and reigniting global counter-unmanned aerial systems races. Recent August 2025 demos detailed the breakthrough in fragmentation yield, showing radial probabilities under 1.4 meters, while defense media highlighted its potential to equip Stryker brigades for up to 500 rounds per engagement. Challenges like sensor lead times persist, but with partnerships for M230LF integrations by 2027 and parallels to European airburst rounds, the XM1211 is solidifying as America's drone defense horizon. The XM1211 High Explosive Proximity round is a fragmentation vanguard of visionary volley, blending sensing, shattering, and skyward supremacy to dissolve drone dilemmas. What are your thoughts on the XM1211? Thrilled by its 90% swarm slayer bursts, skeptical of proximity fuses in electronic warfare storms, or curious about 50mm spin-offs? Share your insights in the comments below. Give this video a like if it airbursted for you. Share it with your air defense crew. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the rounds rounding tomorrow's resilience. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.